It's really a tremendous pleasure to be here with my wife, Marie, and join each and every one of you in celebration of a tremendous event. I do want to thank all of the locally elected officials that are here. I noticed quite a few in the audience. Also a former colleague, Stan Schumacher, back here. Welcome to a good working federal partner. You're a member of Parliament who's always there when you need a helping hand and ask for some support, and Ottawa is always there. Kevin, thank you so much. We really appreciate all the work you do, and I really began to appreciate the size of your constituency attending all the centennial celebrations we had this year, so thank you. And of course, my colleague from the legislature, the Honourable Jack Hayden as Minister. Thanks, Jack. Thank you for being here today. It's been a busy few months over the summer, and of course, been a pleasure working with Jack. I do want to recognize someone special in the audience as well. There isn't a celebration that does not merit the presence of the red tunic, and that's the RCMP. Thank you for being here as well. And of course, my Premier, Peter Lougheed. Peter, thank you for being here. I know that you continue to keep a very busy schedule, and I'm glad that you haven't asked us to get in contact with a peace officer. Well, we are continuing to improve the highway system. And the other is that now I know how much the reason for continuing to improve Highway 9, but it wasn't because of that, Peter, but because of just a tremendous number of visitors that are keep visiting the Tyrrell Museum. Do you know, when you think back, it was here, or we are here today, because in 1884, Joseph Earl Tyrrell, a young geologist with the Geological Survey of Canada, made an important discovery not far from here. This discovery was, of course, the bones of a meat-eating dinosaur, the first ever found into what later became our province. In 1905, when the new province was given the name Alberta, the creature Tyrrell had discovered was given the name Albertosaurus. Now, it helped to make our province's reputation as one of the world's leading sites for dinosaur discovery. And since 1985, the Royal Tyrrell Museum has been placed to come to admire the Albertosaurus and many other prehistoric species. The museum's existence is thanks to the encouragement and hospitality of the people of Drumheller and this region. And Mr. Lougheed, again, appreciated the support of the community of Drumheller. And I also want to say that it was the expertise of the museum's first director, Dr. David Baird and his team, and also the vision of the man that we continue to appreciate in the province of Alberta, our Premier, Peter Lougheed, who not only we're honored to have you here today, but also thank you for the vision. Because at that time, together with the community, they saw a wider role for an institution that was originally supposed to be only for scientific study. Now they realized that Alberta's prehistoric heritage was something for all Albertans to enjoy and really share with the rest of the world. And boy, were they right about that. Because I can tell you, when I'm traveling in other parts of Canada, when I'm in the United States, overseas, I always encounter people who are familiar with the Royal Tyrrell Museum. And those who have been here to visit often remember it as one of the greatest museum-going experiences of their lives. And let me tell you, it is a great calling card. It's a great calling card to be able to say that you come from the land of the Albertosaurus. And even my grandson, coming here, Dr. Ethan, and he turned 4 on September 14th, and he had to tell me that he had visited the Royal Tyrrell Museum. He can pronounce it very well and knows more of the dinosaur names than I do. So obviously an impact and creating the kind of curiosity in our youth that's important. Now, from the day the Royal Tyrrell Museum opened its doors 25 years ago, people have embraced the museum and also shared its accomplishments. It houses one of the largest displays of dinosaur specimens in the world. Museum scientists have conducted field work on every continent except Africa. They have unearthed thousands of specimens and published or contributed to countless scientific papers and books. In fact, a discovery of dinosaur bones in an Edmonton sewer tunnel this summer prompted worldwide media coverage, thanks in part to the prestige of having the Royal Tyrrell Museum scientists involved. That tells you about the respect these men and women have and continue to command. The museum, as we heard, has welcomed visitors from 125 countries. Just last month, its 10 millionth visitor, a boy from Edmonton and his family, walked through the front doors. 10 million. I mean, it is beyond imagination, and I'm sure, Peter, 25 years ago, not envisioned that we would be home to 10 million visitors really in a small time frame of 25 years. So that speaks well for the good work of the museum and its staff. So it really goes well beyond the walls of the museum, well far beyond the province of Alberta. And this is with leading edge online education programs that are all enjoyed really by people around the world. The museum also frequently lends its treasures to other institutions, and at this very moment, for example, a life-size fiberglass cast of the skeleton of Albertosaurus is drawing crowds at one of the world's foremost natural history museums, the National Museum of Natural History in Paris. The Royal Tyrrell Museum plays a very important role, as do all of our historic sites and museums, in telling the Alberta story. It is a story, a very rich story, of those who are innovative, they're diverse, they're talented, and intent on new discoveries. People who look to the past with reverence, who have a great sense of possibility in the present, and who look to the future with excitement. I couldn't be more proud to be here today to celebrate the 25-year anniversary at the museum. Again, I can tell you that, and even the support expressed by Minister Blackett, who unfortunately couldn't be here, as Jack had said, sends his regret. But I know he joins me and Jack and Kevin and Peter, all of the government, in really congratulating the staff and also the millions of visitors who have experienced and loved this provincial treasure. And that's really a pride shared by every Albertan. So as we celebrate 25 years today, we look forward to the years to come, to new scientific discoveries, new chances for the world to discover Alberta. And I would like to close by saying thank you. Thank you to the very special people of the museum, those, the wonderful staff, both past and present. Each of you had made this museum really a jewel in being one of the best ambassadors for Alberta and for Canada, and a place of awe, a place for inspiration, especially from people that come here from around the world. Without you, we would be really only celebrating a building today. Because of you, we are celebrating so many lives enriched, so many dreams, and so many priceless memories formed. Thank you, and to those who have traveled a great distance to be here, all the best on your trip back home, and we really appreciate what you've done for the province of Alberta. All the very best.